It's been over 12 years since little Haleigh Ann Marie Cummings was reported missing from her Putnam County, Florida home. On February 10, 2009, 5-year-old Haleigh Cummings disappeared out of her Satsuma, Florida home in the middle of the night. The last person to see Haleigh was 17-year-old Misty Croslin, her father's then live-in girlfriend. Haleigh's father, Ronald Cummings, he had just arrived home from an overnight shift and he found that his little girl Haleigh had just disappeared. At the time, Misty told police that when she woke up, she found that Haleigh's bed was empty and the back door was opened and that it was left ajar with a cinder block. Now, Misty says she believes that Haleigh was taken, but over the years, police have found a lot of inconsistencies in Misty's story. Misty's stories keep changing. Now, let's take a look, or actually, let's take a listen to the 911 call, and then we'll come back to this.
I just woke up and our back door was wide open and we can't find our daughter.
Can't find what?
Our daughter.
Okay, what's your address?
Green Lane. What is that mean?
What's the numerical?
The miracle, what's that?
The number? Green Lane?
Yes.
Okay, when did you last see her?
We were just like, it was about 10 o'clock. She was sleeping, just cleaning.
Okay, how old is your daughter?
She's 5.
Okay, what was she last seen wearing? Ma'am?
She was in her pajamas. We were sleeping.
Okay, all right. You said your back door was wide open?
Yes, it was brick. Like a brick on the floor. Like when I went to sleep, the door was not like that.
Okay, the back door, listen to me. Your back door was wide open. What are you talking about, a brick?
Yes.
What is the brick?
It's on the back door on the stairs. Like we have like a walkway.
Uh-huh. And there was a brick laying there?
Yes, it's still there. They are.
We got them coming. Tell them we got them coming.
They're coming.
Okay, what's the color of your house, ma'am?
It's blue.
It's blue? Okay. Okay, what does she look like? How tall is she? Give me some description of her.
She has like long hair, curly, like curls.
Long, curled, what color?
She's white.
Okay, what
And
color
she's brown hair.
Brown hair?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's freaking old.
Okay, how tall is she about? Or how much does she weigh? Do you know that?
Huh?
About how tall or how much does she weigh?
Like 4 something, like, I don't know, like, she's not that tall.
Okay, tell your husband we got him coming, okay?
Okay.
How much does she weigh? Do you know?
Huh?
How much does she weigh?
Like 40, 50 pounds, 60 pounds.
40 to 60 pounds?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get your name and phone number.
My name is...
Spell your last name?
I just woke up.
Okay, was your back door locked, do you know?
Yes, but that's what always stays locked.
Man, I need somebody to get here
coming.
now.
Okay, let me speak to him so he
Here.
I just got home from work. My 5-year-old daughter is gone. I need
Okay.
somebody to be here now. I'm telling you.
Listen to me. We got 2 officers.
If I find whoever has my daughter before y'all do, I'm killing them. I don't care. I'll spend the rest of my life in prison. I'm telling you, you can put it on record, and I don't care.
Okay, it's okay, sir. We got him on the way. Okay, can you give me what kind of description of her pajamas that she was wearing?
I don't fucking know. I was at work.
Okay, sir, we got him coming, okay? Yeah, I'm going to get that.
Hello?
Okay, sir, let me talk to your wife. So let me get some information from her. Okay. Can I talk to her? Okay.
How the fuck do you let my dog go, bitch?
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen to me. I need you to answer some questions. Does the door look like it was pried open? Does it look like you had some sort of someone try to enter into your house?
Hold on.
And another thing, make sure you and your husband don't touch the door anymore. Don't mess with the door or anything.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't look like it is?
No.
Okay, now listen, tell your husband do not touch anything. Make sure it's, because we're going to try to get a canine out there to look for, okay?
She said don't touch anything because they're bringing K9 out here.
They better motherfucking bring something in. If I find that motherfucking killing him, I don't give a fuck about prison. Prison don't scare me.
Okay, we understand. We got him on the way, okay? What's her name? How do you spell her first name? What's her middle name?
Yeah.
And the spelling of the last name is...
Well, that's my last name. That's not hers. That means... Where'd you do it?
What's her date of birth?
I'm gonna fucking kill somebody.
Okay, well, tell them we understand. We need to get her date of birth.
What's her date of birth?
Fucking date of birth is. We need to find her. Fuck her date of birth.
Okay, listen to me. I'm getting this information. I'm not the officer driving out there, okay?
Okay.
They're coming out there to handle that situation. I need to gather all information from you over the phone. It has nothing to do with me driving out there. The officers are taking care of that, okay? They're coming out there, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stay on the phone with you, okay?
Okay.
Until they get there. All right, hang on. Tell him we got him coming. He needs to try to calm down a little bit, okay? The officers are going to come out there and do what they can. We can't have him screaming and yelling at the officers whenever they get there, okay?
You got better people to talk to than the fucking motherfucker that ain't coming.
Right, so that was the 911 call and one of Misty's stories as far as what happened the night that Haleigh Cummings disappeared. And I'm going to play another clip, and that clip is going to show a different story that Misty told to law enforcement or to her attorney. And so her attorney is actually speaking, but I'll play that in a minute. But I did want to go ahead and let you guys know. You probably heard in the call that Ronald, he seemingly blamed Misty for Haleigh's disappearance that night, and rightfully so, because she was watching Haleigh when whatever happened. But they ended up getting married around a month after Haleigh's disappearance. And then around 7 months, I think it was, after they got married, they decided that it's not working out and they decided to divorce. And it's been said that just it was too much. The intense media coverage, police interrogations, the general heartbreak of a missing child. It was just way too much for a young married couple. And also, I've heard that Ronald was seeing the inconsistencies in Misty's stories. I read that although they may have been minute differences, nonetheless, there were differences. And you guys know when it's the truth, it's the truth. There's not going to be any inconsistencies because the truth is the truth. But nonetheless, they did get married, so it seemed at some point maybe he supported her. And no, Florida does not have that law to where you're married. You don't have to testify against one another, so I wouldn't think that would be the reason that the two got married, but nonetheless, it didn't work out. Again, around 7 months after they were married, they did get a divorce. So, or they were filing to get a divorce. So I'm going to play Misty's second story, and this is coming out through Misty's attorney.
Statement from her attorney that had the courthouse buzzing. Robert Fields said on the night Hayleigh disappeared, Misty Crosland was cowering under the covers with 3-year-old Ronald Cummings Jr., and that she heard screams as she believes Hayleigh was hauled away. He says an out-of-state cousin of hers came looking for a gun and not finding the gun, quote, Hayleigh was a substitute. That's far different from the story Misty told in February 2009. Then she said she put Hayleigh to bed at 8, and when she awoke at 3 to use the bathroom, the back door was propped open and Hayleigh was gone. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office has said for months Misty is the key to the case. As for this attorney's statement, the Sheriff's Office said in a release, any information obtained in this case is not to be released. The investigation is far too important to be jeopardized by releasing this type of sensitive information.
Wow, what a change in Misty's story. So she goes from that she was sleeping that night and woke up and noticed the door open, and now in this other story, she says that she was hiding under a sheet and that she actually seen someone take Hayleigh. So why such a huge difference in her stories? Unfortunately, to this date, there have been no arrests made in Hayleigh's disappearance. Hayleigh is still missing. Someone has to know something, but yet no one has came forward. Again, Hayleigh is still missing. And I'm going to end this with a video of Misty talking, doing an interview from prison, but she's in prison for drug-related charges. Misty and his name Ronald, they both were arrested. They sold drugs, Oxycontin, oxycodone, to an undercover officer. And so Ronald received 15 years and Misty received 25 years for, I think they had said drug trafficking, but again, they sold to an undercover officer. But I'm going to play the clip of Misty speaking about Hayleigh's case while she's in prison. And as always, thank you guys for watching and stay tuned for that clip.
I just feel like I need to, speak my mind. There's nothing new. I just want to get my side out there because everybody's against me, it seems like, and I'm not. That's not what it should be like. I'm in here prison over some stuff that I shouldn't even be here for. It just seems like people are forgetting about her. Obviously, the police aren't doing anything. So I just feel like they're not doing anything. We put Hayleigh on the bus. We did everything we were supposed to. Ronald brought Hayleigh home. I cooked dinner. I gave her baths. We played. Then we lay down and went to sleep. And then I woke up I don't know why I woke up. I woke up and the kitchen light was on. And I ran to the bathroom. I ran to the kitchen to see what was going on. I thought maybe Ron was home. He wasn't there. So I ran to my room to get my cell phone to call him. He wouldn't answer his phone over 20 times. Turn around and she's not in her bed. So I'm running around the house freaking out because she's not in her bed, she's not nowhere in the house. And then 5 minutes later, Ron was pulling down the driveway and he just didn't even really look like he was upset. He just looked like he was more messed up on drugs. And when I called him, like 20 or 30 times I called him, he didn't answer the phone. And then the police come. It has nothing to do with me. I think they were trying to get it back at Ronald, whoever did this. See, what I was told that Ronald used to sell drugs a lot before we got together, and he owed people money. See, one day we were at this bar, it was his family-owned bar, And I was sitting in the truck. I got out of the truck and started to walk up to Ronald, and this black man was talking to him. And Ronald's like, I need you to go sit back in the truck. I said, why? Why can't I hear? And the black man said that he knows where Hayleigh is, the Mexicans have her, and if Ronald pays this much money back, then he'd go get her on Friday. And that was a long time ago. I don't know who would have took her. I don't understand why they would have took her. It just doesn't make sense to me. I guess I could talk about the abuse that Ronald gave to us. All of us, me, Hayleigh, and Junior went through abuse with him. He was always messed up on pills. He used to beat us all the time. If the kids would get in trouble and I would tell him to stop, like he smacked his son in the face and I got mad at him. I said, don't do that. He started bleeding. He laughed about it. And I got beat up for it because I stuck up for the kids all the time. You know, I had them kids 24/7. I took care of them kids. I gave them baths, took them to school, fed them, done everything with them. Their family didn't do anything. And they're out here putting blame on somebody that they shouldn't be putting blame on, when all I try to do is be a mother figure to them kids because they didn't have a mother. And it hurts me walking around here every day and just knowing that the police even think that. I found this little girl you could ever be with. She was so sweet. I just loved being with her. You know, we used to go play together, ride four-wheelers, do all kind of stuff together, homework. She'd help me cook. Just all kind of stuff that she done.
Do you miss her?
A lot. Really a lot. That kills me every day to know I was the last one to seen her. I walk around, most of the time crying, because it weighs on my mind. It just hurts because Ronald should know me better than any of them people, even his family, that I cared about his kids and would do anything for them. I'd give my life for Hayleigh come home right now. It's been hard. It's been real hard, but I have to keep myself strong because I'm not going to give up. Regardless, I'm going to fight this, and I'm going to fight to find Hayleigh. Regardless, I'm never going to give up on her. And that's the only reason I'm being strong right now is for her. I'll never give up the hope and faith until they can show me. I'm never going to believe she's dead. They told me in court that if I could just tell them something, they would let me go. There's nothing I can tell them. Because if I knew something, they would have known it from day one. I care about that little girl more than anybody knows.